Hello and welcome to Psychic TV. Thank you for spending some time with us, and we're looking forward to a fantastic show with Future Friday. Before we get into it though, let's see how you can connect with us. Here is how you can send a picture message for your special reading. Send your name, your date of birth and your message to 0437 646 958. And if you'd like to send a text message, send your name, your date of birth to 1999 0909, and you can skip the queue with a voice message on 1900 909 999 or 1800 757 035, option 9. Now, who do we have in the studio? Who do we have in booth 2? We have the amazing Rhonda. Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
Susan. Good, how are you?
Good, thanks, sweetheart. Can you please let the viewers know how you can help them, darling?
I'm a medical intuitive and psychic medium, so the mediumship's connecting with the other side. Psychic can be a general question or anything specific or about a specific area of your life. I basically help you to trust your intuition and solve your own problems. So happy to help tonight.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, sweetheart. We also have Maz in booth 3, who's on a call at the moment. Maz is amazing as well. Now, who do we have here? We have amazing Rhonda. I'm going to give her a hug. So I'm going to go to booth 2 and I'll leave you in this lovely goddess's hands.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so if you'd like to send in your pictures to 0437 646 958, that would be great. Or you could send in your text messages to 1999 0909. You could skip the queue and send us your voice, just speak to us directly. So it's 1900 909 999 or 1800 757 035, and that's at option 9. And that's with your name, date of birth and your message, of course. All right, so I'm Rhonda. I'm a psychic medium. I'm medical intuitive. I can connect with the other side through mediumship. For the psychic part, I can look at past, present, future. I can help. I can give you a general reading if you'd like me to tell you whatever I pick up on, or I could answer specific questions or help you with a specific area of your life. So that could be relationships, money, love, career, anything. Basically, I'll help you to trust your intuition. That's the key. I feel that we all have psychic abilities. We all need to trust our intuition more, and I'll basically help you resolve your problem. So we have Susan available in option 2. So please call her. She'll get busy later on, so please call. Okay, so we've got a picture message first. Another Rhonda. 29th of the 5th, 62. There you go. I must be psychic. So Rhonda would like a general reading and any messages from her dad. Thanks for connecting, Rhonda. Wow, I feel a lot of connecting into your energy, Rhonda. I feel almost a bit burdened. I don't know whether you're involved in the care of someone or you're involved in the care of your dad, but I feel quite a bit heavy. Like you've got you're also an older soul, Rhonda. You've got it feels like you take on the weight of the world on your shoulders at times, and that's just who you are. You're a very caring person, very empathic, but probably maybe a little bit too much so. You sort of need to make sure you have time to yourself. Messages from your dad. Straight away, Rhonda, I feel like I need to burp. I won't burp on TV, but whether your dad had a bit of a drinking issue or he sort of, the way he coped with stress was by sort of drinking. It feels like sort of I've got that sort of, and I've got a bit of a metallic taste in my mouth as well from possibly from medications. It feels like he, towards the end, couldn't speak. Like there was a bit of frustration with him, couldn't speak. Whether he was unwell to the point where there was just a different communication between you two. It was more sort of a non-verbal communication. But he's very aware of everything you did for him. And it feels like you did a lot of things behind the scenes as well. You did a lot of organising, and you organised people, and you were the communicator with people. So he likes the fact that you did so much, and you carried the load, and it's also like you connected people together. You actually were the gel, the glue. He's telling me. So he's saying don't ever change. Even if you meet people that don't resonate with you, don't ever change, because you're beautiful. You're perfect the way you are. In many ways, you took after him. You were quite. It's weird. It's like you would sort of clash, but you were sort of really close as well. So it's like you could kill each other, but no one else could. You very had quite a loyalty with your dad. So you had a beautiful relationship there. You had quite a unique relationship, but that's beautiful, and it's beautiful that you could still communicate with him, even though he couldn't talk communicate in a way that he did before he passed. But he also wants you to know that he was aware that you were there. So not just at the time people thought you were there, but you did a lot behind the scenes leading up to his death and after his death. And it feels like you're as I said, the gel, the glue connecting people. So he said everything happened the way he would have wanted to happen. So he's happy that you were there, and you've always been there for him. So and he's sending you big hugs and kisses. He plays with your hair as well. He preferred you with longer hair. I don't remember your photo whether you had short or long hair, but he preferred you with longer hair when you were younger. But he still plays with your hair nonetheless. So all the best with that, Rhonda. And thank you for connecting with us. So we still have Susan available in option 2. So there she is, looking beautiful as usual. Please connect with her. Okay, we have a voice coming up now.
Christine, 1st of the 12th, 1967. Could I please get a reading concerning finances, work, and any messages from the other side? Thank you. Enjoy your night.
All right, finances, work, and any connections with the other side. Thanks for connecting, Christine. Straight away with you, I feel a bit of anxiety connecting with your energy. It's and you must be left-handed. I've changed hands. There's quite a bit of worry, and the main thing I'm picking up is the work finances. It feels like you want to do something different, but you're kind of stuck in a rut at the moment, and you know that you have to work whether you're doing lots of hours or you're doing your work. It's like your work involves outside things, so it's not like you've got work and then time away from work where you can switch off. It's like you've just got work, but then you're working from home, or you're going and doing things on the weekend. It feels like there's kind of not that work-life balance going on. It feels like the finances are just they're sorting themselves out. You're actually doing the right thing. You've worked. It feels like you've had to be more organised than normal to sort of get things back on track. But it feels like things are getting back on track, and it feels like sort of toward like middle to September, so June to September. It feels like you're going to be in a position to be able to plan whether you want to do a little trip away or something. It feels like that's you'll sort of have less of a burden on your mind about that, and you'll have feel like you've got a bit more freedom to do things like that. I know you've asked for messages. I keep getting the work side of things. I just really feel, Christine, that you need to get a balance with the work side of things. Any messages from the other side? I've actually got a man in spirit. I've got sore fingers. He had arthritic fingers, and he had very, very poor eyesight. It feels like a grandfather type. It doesn't feel like a sort of blood relative, but it feels like a grandfather type relationship with you, whether it's sort of a friend of your dad's that was older or that sort of thing. I hope that makes sense to you, because that's all I'm getting. There was an issue with his shoulder as well. I feel like I feel like my posture, my walking would have been unusual. So it's a different. So I feel like an arthritic pain in my hands from this gentleman, and he was a gentleman who's quite distinguished the way he dressed. He'd wear his little vest and his slacks, and he dresses in a certain way. It's sort of an older soul anyway. He's older. and it's sort of like a shoulder pain and the way he walks. So I hope that resonates with you. And I just got then neighbour. It was a neighbour, like growing up. It was someone who's was older than your parents, but it was like a neighbour type person that whether they looked after you or cared for you after school or something like that. But it was like he looked at you as if you're his granddaughter type thing. So yeah, that's what I'm getting in terms of messages. So good luck with that, Christine. Basically work-life balance, that's quite important to you, and finances, it feels like you're getting it. You're pulling the reins and you've gotten it back together, and you've actually done quite well to sort of get back to the position you're in. And there'll be a bit more relief sort of June to September. You'll be able to plan a trip away and do some fun things. That sort of thing. So thank you for connecting, Christine. I wish you all the best. We still have Susan available in option 2, so please call Susan. Okay, the question. As you know, tonight is Future Friday, so have a look at our PTV Facebook page. Our question for tonight is, what do you hope for your future? So we've actually got some messages already. So we've got Doug Massey. What you hope for a future? My dream job, good health, peace and soulmate. That's beautiful. That sounds good to me, Doug. If you'd like your answers to be on our screen, please enter your comments on our Facebook page. We love our viewers to be interactive, and we love to hear what's important to you. So please have a look at our Facebook page and you'll see our question about Future Friday, and you can let us know what you'd like in our future, and we'll be able to read it out on screen, just like Doug. Okay, so we have Susan available option 2 and Maz available option 3. Please call. Okay, so we've got a picture message now. We've got Chris, 2nd of the 7th, 65. Rhonda, is my new man the one? What is the outcome? Thank you. I feel good. I feel tingly. I feel good. I think so far so good. I actually feel like it's probably going to go a bit slower than perhaps you think. You're a bit impulsive and a bit impatient. I feel just in general, just the way you approach life generally. But I actually feel like you've got a good energy. And you know, starting off slow is fine. It just feels like it's just. You're just getting to know each other. I feel like his family or his extended family are a bit sort of hard work. You know, we all have family dramas, but it feels like he's sort of in his head, he's quite mature and he's got that in context, and it feels like sort of, and it feels like sort of it'll be sort of slow for 3 to 4 months, and then it'll just go really quickly, and like living together at the end of the year and that sort of thing, and it'll just feel right. And it feels, what feels nice is that it feels like you're his priority, and you will be his priority the more he gets to know you, and he'll be your priority. So it feels quite nice. It feels like you're both intelligent, you're both fairly level-headed, but it feels like a nice energy. So I wish you all the best. And it feels like you've got a move around you towards the end of the year as well, and that'll be discussed between you two, as in one of you will get a job. And it feels like within the same sort of company, same sort of firm, that you've got a relocation or that sort of thing happening. So that will sort of be, I guess, a test of the relationship, whether you kind of call it quits or keep going. But it does feel like you've got a good energy together. So I wish you all the best. That's really sweet. I'm really excited for you. And don't forget to let us know in 6 months' time how you're going, and we'd love to hear back from you. So thank you for that. Okay, Maz is available in option 3, so please connect to Maz. I'm very excited. I haven't worked with Maz for about 6 months, so it's good to be working with her. So she's great, so give her a call. All right, we have a voicemail next.
Good morning, PTV. My name is Shane, the 3rd of the 7th, 1965. Just a general reading, and I really enjoy your show. Thank you.
Thank you, Shane. We enjoy being here, so that's good. A general reading for you, Shane. You feel quite a. It feels like you're you're very empathic, Shane, and you're a bit sort of emotional. You're someone who could watch a movie and cry, kind of thing, which is kind of sweet. So that feels nice. I feel like you what I'm picking up with you is your sleeping patterns. Feels like your mind works a million miles an hour, and some nights you just can't seem to switch off. And it feels like you can, on days when that's happening, you can meditate or listen to music or relax and play. I'm getting play music as well, so you can do things like that sort of to relax to help you sleep. So that's what I'm feeling up with you. I don't know whether you're a runner as well, Shane. I feel like I just want to get up and start running, and I'm not a runner, but that's what I feel like when I'm connecting into your energy. General reading. It feels like work's going well, and I'm not sure whether you're in your own business or as looking at going onto your own, branching into your own, but it feels like you perform better when you have more ownership of your work. So you're not someone who could be micromanaged. You're someone who has quite strong thoughts about what you can do. You're good at what you do, but it feels like you're better off doing your own thing, that sort of thing. So that feels like that in terms of work, that's the best thing for you. But it feels like you, unlike the previous caller, you've got a nice work-life balance. You're quite good. Which is good for you because you can tend to overthink. So by already having that sort of good balance, it means that you're not going to be like that all the time. So you're relaxed most of the time, and you're quite you're an observer as well, Shane. You're someone who would sort of be sitting at a cafe or something reading the paper, but you're actually listening to conversations, and you're quite aware of people around you, and you're quite aware of the energy of people around you. I don't know whether you've grown up in a situation of domestic violence or something where you've become quite in tune with other people's energy, and you're very aware of if you're in danger or someone's in danger. So it feels like you're quite good with that sort of area. That's basically it, Shane. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. With general readings, I obviously just tell you, I just connect with your energy and I just tell you what I pick up on. If there's anything more specific you want to know, Shane, you can call me when I'm back in the booth. But that's basically what I picked up on. So thank you for connecting with me, Shane. All the best. Okay. So we're doing a text message next. It's coming to screen soon, I promise. So we've got Amanda, 24th of the 7th, 72. Okay, it should be coming. That's okay. There we go. Thank you. Hi, Amanda. Oh, Angela. Sorry, I thought they said Amanda. Have a love reading. Love, 24th of the 7th, 72. I just got hope straight away. I don't know if you know, I paint affirmation rocks, and I when I go to fairs and stalls, I have affirmation rocks, and I straight away with you, I just wanted to paint a big rock saying hope. So I feel like there's hope still there. It feels like you get quite frustrated, that sort of thing. I mean, you're only a couple of years older than me, but it feels like you've been frustrated. It's like in previous relationships you've had a real imbalance of who's giving the energy, who's like the person giving and the person taking. It feels like there's been just a big mismatch of that, and it feels like when you've started previous relationships, you're either too giving at the start or you're too reserved at the start, kind of thing. But you've actually learned to have that balance. And actually, Angela, actually feels like you've got someone in your energy. I'm just trying to tune into that. Yeah, it's weird. I'm actually getting two messages with you. It feels like you've got someone in your energy, but I feel like you've got two options. So whether you're in a relationship and you've got someone interested or you're interested, it's quite unusual that I normally get one or the other, but I've got two with you, and that could also be, Angela, that you're in two minds about someone. That it's really got a, and I'm also picking with you is it feels like you're normally sort of a quieter person, like you can be sociable with friends and sociable when you need to be, but it feels like naturally you're a quieter person. But I'm hearing like pigeons, like there's lots of people in my ear, so I feel like there's lots of people sort of telling you about your relationship or telling you, it just feels like it's not you can't sort of breathe and you can't sort of think to yourself because there's so many people giving you relationship advice at the moment. And it feels like you just need to just go away for a weekend on your own and just think. Like literally just leave your phone in the car, switch your phone off, don't look on social media, just actually spend time to yourself and just sleep on it and you'll come up with a decision. Because it feels like around love you need to make a decision. Whether there's someone that's sort of been in your life previously and comes back, and whether it's sort of like a yo-yo type relationship, but it feels like that sort of thing's happening. But it just feels like around love you've got to make a decision. And that could be that's something that sort of has been happening a while or something that's sort of coming up. But if it doesn't resonate with you right now, just keep it in the back of your mind and have a think about it. And the key really is for you to just make that decision on your own rather than listening to everyone else. So thank you for that reading. I was going to call you Hope, but that was because I just wrote Hope in big writing. So thank you for that. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so we've got a picture message next. So Karina, a work reading for Karina. So Karina's 11th of the 10th, 84. Work reading. I feel straight away connecting with you, Karina. I just feel like you're about to go on a plane, like whether you travel for work or you're a flight attendant or there's some connection with planes to you. I feel like, that's what I'm picking up with you, planes. Work. It feels like you're someone, Karina, when you're at work, you do your job, but you do that little bit extra. You've always got that little bit extra customer service or that little bit extra attention to detail, and that's wonderful. But it feels like it's not kind of appreciated, like your pay's not reflecting that. It actually feels that you should sort of hold back a bit, as in just do your job, and then use that energy on your own sort of personal development. It feels like that's a bit of a it just feels like there's things that you do, Karina, that you don't necessarily have to do. It's like you've just got a knack for knowing what to do, and you've got a knack of knowing who to ask or what. You're sort of like the go-to person. Just be mindful of other people at work who get you to finish their jobs because they know you'll do it better, kind of thing. So that's sort of what I'm getting for you. It actually does feel like you could be working. You could be. You could ask. Feels like you could ask for a pay rise, and it feels like you could negotiate and move on to a different role. So it feels like it just basically feels like you have potential that you're using, but you're not being rewarded for. So I hope that makes sense to you, Karina. But that's the main thing I'm picking up on, and it feels like you could do. Don't limit your options as to what you could do. So it feels like you're kind of, I feel like you're going 2 paths, but it feels like that could be doubled. It could be 4 different paths. So, and also teaching. You could be a teacher, Karina. So I wish you all the best with that. Thanks for that. Thanks for connecting. So we've got Susan available in option 2. So please call her. She's looking beautiful tonight. She's our only psychic in the studio available. Now, next we have Crystal, amazing Crystal. Hello.
Hi, Rhonda.
You're looking gorgeous as usual.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
We always have fun before the show and we take selfies of each other. And
we
tonight, for some reason, I couldn't seem to look at the camera, so I hope I'm looking at the camera now.
You were great.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm off to booth 1 now. So
Rhonda's off to booth 1.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Please connect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we have beautiful Rhonda here.
Hello.
Hello, my
Hello
darling. And I'm going to go to booth 1, everybody, so I shall see you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So here's how to connect. It's name, date of birth and message, sending your pictures to 0437 646 958. Or send your text messages to 19990909, again with your name, date of birth and message. You can also skip the queue with voices, we love them. 1900 909 999 or 1800 757 035, and that's option 9. Okay, so we've got a picture message next. Annette, 4th of the 4th, 73. Could I please have a reading on where my relationship with Aaron, my partner, is headed? Peace and light. Thanks, Annette. First thing I got with you, Annette, is that it's complicated. And it's obviously complicated because you're asking for a bit of clarity and a bit of guidance with that. I feel like there's quite a few things going on with him. There's family issues, there's work issues, and whether there's a move that he's considering, kind of thing. It's kind of like you both problem solve in different ways. I feel like your energy when you're together is nice, and you do work well together, but you can really clash as well. It's like I just feel like with problem solving, you just do it. It's like you go from communicating really well to not communicating and not problem solving. That's what I feel like with him. I can see it riding out the storm though, and I can see, celebrations and sort of more consolidated like marriage and that sort of thing, and family. I can actually see you working it out. It feels like, it just feels like you've got a nice energy together. It feels like you need a bit of help in communicating when things go tough. It just feels like you're both a bit sort of stubborn and headstrong that way, but it also means you're a power couple in many other ways, in the way that you get things done. You'd be good in business together, but you'd kind of love hate each other kind of thing. So I hope that makes sense to you, Annette. And I do see a future for you both. So all the best with that, and thank you for connecting with us. So everyone's on call at the moment. All right, so we've got internationals on option 6, so you feel free to call and connect with them. So at the moment we have James and Sarah available. The rest are busy. It's actually updated 24/7. So hit option 6 when you phone, so that's 1800 757 035 or 1900 909 999, and then hit number 2. So that will get you to whoever is available at that time. Yeah, so you can call after hours. So we're obviously here on Psychic TV for the next 3 nights, but you can call these guys after hours. And you can also check who's available on our website as well. So we've got a text message coming up next. So we've got Janine. Jay, I'm sorry. They're telling me fibbers. They're really telling me fibbers. Okay, so we've got Jay. So Jay's 11th of the 2nd, 85. She asked for a message for me. Could you please have a work and family reading? Thanks. Jay, I feel like there's lots of decisions coming up for you. And what I'm picking up is to make sure that they're your decisions, not other people's. You can be a little bit loose-lipped in giving... just telling people about your day, but sort of giving them all the details, and you don't need to do that, because it means that other people will worry and other people will feel the need to give you guidance and tell you what to do. So I feel like you have to make your own decisions. I feel like there's a bit of family sort of conflict about your direction at work. I feel like work, you're sort of been doing it a little while now, but it's like you've got to make decisions about which way to go. I feel like there's 3 different choices of what direction you can go to with work. I can also see a bit of study around work, whether work are going to pay for a TAFE course or something like that. You're probably thinking, oh no, not study, but you actually, you're very bright, Jay. I feel like you need to have a bit more confidence in your ability. So yeah, I feel like decisions around the work, and I feel like that's interesting that you've asked for work and family, because I feel like family affecting your work decisions, but you need to sort of hold your cards a bit closer to your chest and actually make your own decision about that, because your family don't go to work with you and don't do your work for you. You've got to do it yourself. So really think about what you want, not what would make others happy. And really that's all, if they're a good family, that's what family want. They want you to be happy. So all the best, Jay. I'm sure you'll make the right decision. You're pretty intuitive and pretty intelligent yourself, so I'm sure you'll be fine. But thanks for connecting, Jay. So we're doing a picture next. Madison, thanks Madison, 21st of the 4th, 93. Hi, could I please have a general reading and any messages from past loved ones? Thank you. I feel like there's a bit of blockages with you, Madison. I feel like you doubt yourself and you sort of block yourself. That's the first thing I'm picking up. I feel like you need to... it feels like you need to step out of your comfort zone and not sort of place too many limitations on yourself. That's what I'm feeling with you. It feels like you're capable of doing more than you're doing now. You've got to don't sell yourself short. Feels like you're very busy. You've got a lot going on, family, work. You've got a lot study. You've got a lot going on around you, but you can actually cope with that. You've got good time management and good skills like that. Past loved one. I've actually got a child. I've got a sort of a teenage boy, like a 12, 13 sort of year old boy. It feels like that was a childhood sort of friend with you. And actually, I feel like there's an impact, whether it was a car accident or he was hit by a car as a pedestrian, that sort of thing. I feel like I've got a childhood friend coming through with you. That could even be that it's someone who died younger than that, but would be around that age, 12, 13 now. So that could be that I'm picking up. Sorry, I'm not getting any more from him. I've also got a lady. I've got an auntie, one of your aunties. Feels like an auntie on her dad's side. She had quite bad eyesight. She had a lot of restless, sort of nervous energy. She would, she'd give you a big hug, but she'd just sort of run around and fuss over you, kind of thing. It feels like you didn't sort of know her that well, but you felt close to her. So as in, you did feel comfortable when you're around her, and you sort of you've also got Madison a healing energy. You sort of calmed her, and you've actually got that sort of energy around your friends as well. Just generally speaking, you're someone that people go to, and you have a tendency just to calm them down, and you just help them resolve their problems. So you're quite empathic and quite nurturing and quite healing like that. So that's beautiful energy. So I hope that helps. I hope that child resonates with you. But I'm sure the auntie will. So thank you for connecting with us, Madison. So we have a text message coming to screen now. It's coming. It's from Meg. Hi Rhonda, could I please have a 6-month general reading? Okay, thanks Meg. So Meg's the 25th of the 11th, 91. Lots of ones with you, Meg. You're a doer. That's the first thing I'm getting. You do it. You're not someone who just talks about things. You actually talk about it, you do it, or you'll do it before talking about it. But in your head, you've got that you were doing it. So that's you'd be the type of person I'd go into work and I'd think, great, Meg's here. Like you're quite grounded. You're quite a practical, quite a strong-willed woman. So you've got that about you. I don't know what's going on with your breathing, Meg. I feel like I can't get a breath in. I can't take a full breath. Whether you've just had a cold on and off, and it's just sort of. It just sort of there. Feels like you need to get that checked out. Just a medical checkup with you. Feels like you do a lot of exercise as well. Like you've got that's quite a good grounding thing for you, Meg. It really helps clear your head, and it helps do that. And you're quite mentally healthy as well. You're able to sort of switch on, switch off. When you're at work, you're 100% at work. When you're at home, you can relax. I also feel there's some changes in friendships around you. Nothing sort of drastic, nothing that you're going to lose sleep over. But it's like you're sort of doing it energetically. You're doing a bit of a clear out, and you're kind of thinking, okay, well that person doesn't reciprocate, that I'm always the one that organises. You're just sort of like letting people go. And I can't see any nastiness or anything like that. It's just kind of like you're letting some people go, and it feels like more people are coming into your life. It feels like around work there's changes to people around work, the people, the structure, the roles, the roles are going to be defined differently, and it feels like that's going to be a time for you to step up, and a time for you being more recognised in terms of pay about that. You're able to speak up about that, and you know, write a list, and it feels like you'll get what you've asked for, kind of thing. So thank you so much for connecting with me. I hope that reading helps, but I see a lot of positive things in the next 6 months. You're quite very, very capable woman, so I wish you all the best. Thank you. So doing a picture next. This is probably our last reading for the night for Future Friday. No, we just did, Meg, but I just saw your beautiful face, so hello. Shout out to Meg, yep. Okay. So our internationals are 24/7 on those numbers, 1800 757 035 or 1900 909 999. We have James and Sarah available. It does update regularly. You can look at our website to see those updates, and you can call them after hours. And we also have Crystal available on option 1. So please take advantage to call her. She's wonderful. She's very direct, straight to the point. She'll tell you what you need to know, basically. And we also have Leon, our at-home option, available on option 4. So she's a psychic, clairvoyant, angel intuitive and medium. So please call Leon. Okay, we have a text coming to screen. And this is from Peter, 9th of the 7th, 74. I'm seeing a lot of doubles in dates of birth of my readings tonight. Yeah, Peter's heading overseas with a friend. How will it pan out? Okay, first thing I'm getting for you, Peter, is that you're going to find out a lot about your friend, about things that you like about him and things that you don't like. That's the first thing I'm picking up, and that's happened with me with travel. I've travelled extensively, and it doesn't always work out with friends. I feel like you'll you've got a little map. I can see you've got a little map or a pin board, and you've got an idea of where you want to go. It feels like you're going to achieve all of those things. You're going to do the things that you want to do. It just feels like you're going to have sort of some days to yourself, some days with your friend. It feels like you'll sort of come to an arrangement where you'll just kind of end up doing your own thing for some of the time, but that's okay. That age-old saying, you don't know a person until you've lived with them or until you've travelled with them. But yeah, I think everything's fine. I think you'll have a great time. So thank you so much for joining us on Future Friday, and thank you so much to our Facebook viewers who made those connections. We're working the next 3 nights. Crystal's available option 1 as well. All right. Good night. See you next week. Bye.